Hi and welcome. This is an energy clearing for your home, office, or any property. It's going to be a level one. I'll call it a basic clearing, but nothing that I do is basic. And I will tell you a little bit how I started doing healings and or clearings for homes, properties, and environments that have dramatically changed my life and the lives of the clients that I help, which includes sleep. Your sleep is greatly affected by earthbound spirits, by entities, by beings, and there can be many different kinds of openings and all kinds of things going on, which can not only affect our sleep, but our health, our vitality, our relationships. They can also create us dropping things in our home. Um, if you've ever found a certain location in your home that you drop things a lot, or maybe hit yourself, or somebody else is doing that, or something's going on, it could be due to some openings in your home. And this is interesting. I'm going to share this with you, even though this is definitely not um, a level one healing. So when I first started doing clearing work for homes, it was back in 2011, and I didn't really know anything about it. In fact, I wanted to mention that when I first started um, doing what I thought were healings and clearings, I used to use sage. I used to burn sage in my yoga studio, and this was back in like 1998. I'd run around and I'd burn sage, and honestly, I thought I knew what I was doing. I don't know what I was doing. Sometimes sage can actually be laced with something, either a spell or black magic or something like that. So I would highly recommend using Palo Santo. Palo Santo is enlightened. And so I always do my best, well, to call upon enlightened masters that are awake and enlightened. So if something is enlightened, that means it cannot be tainted. Okay, so it cannot be tainted. Anyway, I always light a candle in my home, leave a candle on often from the first moment I wake up in the morning. But I'm going to burn a little Palo Santo here as we open sacred space for this healing. So I invite in Palo Santo into me and into this clearing for myself and for you. And Palo Santo is going to help us clear the property, the environment, the land, the plants, the trees, the electronics, every nook and every cranny of the environment that we are asking to be healed and cleared. So set that there to be burning. Anyway, if I didn't say, hi, my name is Jonna. I do soul sessions, clearing your life path so that you can have greater health, vitality, peace, happiness, love, money, everything that you desire. So again, this will be a basic clearing for your house. I was going to tell you about this other house. Back in 2011, when I first started learning how to do healing work, and then I would just seriously laugh at myself that I used to think running around and burning sage, I was doing something good. And maybe I was sometimes, but if the sage that I actually happened to pick up had something attached to it, or something affecting it, or got activated when I was burning it, then obviously it was creating the opposite effect. So you always want to be really mindful about what you're doing in the environment, what kind of thing you're using, whether it be sage or Palo Santo, or even the angels, guides, enlightened ones that you're calling upon to help you. Anyway, so back to 2011 when I started doing these healings. Oh my gosh, I'm like ADD all over the place. Funny enough, I was recording a video and I had an unexpected company at my house. and it took a couple hours. And then I had a little piece of chocolate with them, and I rarely eat chocolate. I'm like, whoa, it's like making me zoom, zoom, zoom. Usually talk 100 miles an hour, but I'm like trying to slow myself down. So anyway, I started doing healing work, and I was told there was only a few things to clear from someone's home. But I quickly saw that that was not the case. And then over these many years that I've been doing healing work now, I have learned that that is far, far, far from the truth. There are many, many things and different energies and different things that are happening in a home or a property or environment or a boat or a plane or whatever. Hospitals, you want to definitely work on healing and clearing those places. I have a lot of people through surgeries, procedures, or when they're in the hospital. I work very diligently on clearing those places because it makes a huge difference on the results that you will get from your surgery and or getting better, faster, with greater ease. So back to how many times have I been trying to mention this house? This was hilarious. So one woman called me that they'd been having some situations in their house for many, many years. And it was an area in like, not really a basement, because we don't really have basements here in California that I know of. So she said there was a closet in their big playroom, TV room downstairs. And they couldn't use the closet. There was a weird smell in the closet, and weird things would happen in and around the closet. So she said, I really think there's something going on that is like not something that we can see, but there's something going on in this closet. We actually even have a big X on this closet door. Nobody can go in the closet. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll clear it easy. So I clear the property, nothing's happening. Oh, she said, there is a really weird smell in the closet. And we have dug up the foundation. We have cleaned it, done so many different things, and nothing changes the smell and or the feeling of this area in this little closet. So, okay, so I clear the closet, I clear the house, I do my normal thing, and nothing's changing. And I keep working on it and working on it and working on it. And she's like, Jonna, nothing's changing. And I'm like, okay. And I'm very determined. So one day I happened to be walking along on the beach. This was in Laguna Beach. And I remembered listening to a talk, and I wish I could remember this person's name because he was amazing, and he was teaching all kinds of different seminars and things. He was a chiropractor, and he was talking about these petrified logs, and that there were these. So the chiropractor was mentioning in this talk, and again, I'd listened to that a long time ago, and he was talking about that there were these frogs that were literally alive in this petrified wood. Now, it might sound so crazy, and this was so long ago that I listened to this talk, but I thought it was fascinating. And when I don't know, walking on the beach that day, I remembered the talk, and it was spirit showing me that there was something alive inside the foundation of that house. And I was like, oh my God, that is so cool. So I went home and I opened Sacred Space. I only ever work when I call in Sacred Space. I call it properly, and that's just me. Although like now I'm always in Sacred Space, really, and I do a lot of healing work all the time wherever I am, really. But anyway, it's been years and years and years later, and yeah, I see things totally differently now, and it's so incredibly beautiful. All right, so I go home and I see that there was something in the foundation of the house, and it was really cool, and it had to do with other lifetimes and all this crazy stuff, which I don't want to bore you with those details, but it's actually kind of cool. But anyway, so Spirit told me exactly what to do, and we cleaned it out, and then the woman was like, yay, finally I have my house back. So it was really super incredible, and it just taught me to be very open you never know necessarily why something's happening. And so to be open to spirit, and spirit will guide you and tell you everything that's going on, especially when you're not trying to like figure it out from the human mind perspective necessarily. Like I use my mind, of course, but I also really, I personally started asking to see as God sees, that I want to see as God sees, a 360 degree viewpoint when I'm doing healing for a person or an animal or a land or anything, that I want to see as God sees. And I want to see not only the 360 degrees, but from the inside, the outside, the spaces in between. And this includes the spaces in between in your body and or your home or your furniture or everything. So it's really amazing and so beautiful. Okay, so now we're going to be asking, so now you understand, right? That we're invoking a prayer program. So I'm asking that that this prayer program be invoked for you and your home, property, or environment and land, whatever it is you're asking to be cleared. So it's the Jesus Prayer Program, which helps to clear adversaries. So we're clearing, I'm asking for the Jesus Prayer Program to be invoked for the property, for the land, for the boat, for whatever it is. You'll have to name what that is. Okay, so the property that this video is being run in, or you can ask for another property as well. So we're asking that the Jesus Prayer Program be invoked, and you can ask for that program to be invoked as well anytime that you'd like. But I would highly recommend, again, just listening to this video over and over and over, looping it softly in the background, or rewatching it again if I'm entertaining you. Anyway, okay. So then we're going to ask that all emotions in the home be 100% dissolved. So all emotions in the house, attached to the house, affecting the house, like anger, shame, lack, resentment, frustration, be 100% completely dissolved into the pure white light for healing and transformation. And that if there are any emotions anywhere in the house or on the electronics or in the electronics or attached to the bed, in the bed, on the bed, around the bed, in the bathrooms, affecting the water, affecting the electronics, affecting the foundation, in the walls, in the ceilings, in the rafters, or whatever, every space that has any kind of emotion, or ask, except for like joy, right? Like any lower frequency emotions, be dissolved into the pure white light for healing and transformation, and that space be filled with higher frequencies like harmony, love, rapture, passion, fun. So joy is 3. The vibration frequency of threes are joy. So you can ask for key codes of 3s, 333s times infinity symbols be invoked, and I'm asking that now to be invoked in your home, property, and or environment. We can have the frequency of trust in your home, property, and environment. So that's emotions. I want to always move those out. Lack. I said all vibration, frequency, emotions of lack and fear. Fear, frequencies, and even entities and beings that are causing fear, please also move those out, Spirit. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, back to the emotions. Okay, so we're calling in the divine, great, awakened archangels who are willing to assist us, as well as Creator God of all that is, and Jesus Christ, soul. He is enlightened. So I always call upon Jesus Christ to help me with all of my healings and everything that I do. Thank you so much, Jesus. We love you so much. And then we can call on our core healing team and your soul. So remember, your soul, our souls, are energy. And they have lived many, many, many lifetimes. And they have been doing all kinds of interesting things. So this isn't a class on that, but I would love to teach you about that too if you're interested. So anyway, we call upon all of them to assist us in this healing. We ask that we all be properly protected in all levels of our being, both inside and outside of our energy fields, through all time, space, and beyond, throughout all realms, all levels, all lifetimes, all dimensions, and all bodies simultaneously. So I'm always asking that we be in this cylinder of crystalline structure that is, again, soundproof, bulletproof, and 100% properly protects us, blah, blah, blah. You don't necessarily need to remember all this, but just listening to this, we are calling on them and your guides and your angels and your healing team. And again, creator, God of all that is, Jesus Christ, and the divine glory archangels, as well as Palo Santo, to help us clear this property, the land, and the entirety of its contents. And this includes all of the trees and the flowers. And if there's a front yard, a backyard, the side yards, the foundation, the land, if there's pools, if there's waterfalls, this includes the roof and above, and the area around the house or whatever the property is. So homes and everything has its own energy centers, as well as chakras and chakra centers. So when we do healings, we want to make sure we actually clear the chakras, upgrade the chakras, and also clear emotional energy. So a house or a property can contain emotions, anger, shame, guilt, illnesses, money loss, lack. So we want to ask that all of the emotions, so we're asking now that all of the emotions that are in the property, attached to the property, affecting the property, be 100% completely dissolved into the pure white light for healing and transformation, and that space be filled with Christ consciousness or golden light, and that every nook and every cranny of this property be filled with light, with Christ's light and Christ consciousness. And we could add gold or any color that you feel called, rainbow frequency, Zion, rapture, passion, joy, just all of the higher frequencies of energies. Ask. Love is a frequency of 555. You can fill it with trust, whatever you'd like. Okay, so spirit is now just downloading and choosing what your soul, what that home or what the property needs. It's for the highest and best good for you and all concerned. I thought this was going to be a short video, but that's okay. So we ask that all of the emotions are dissolved and healed and replaced and filled with light, pure white light, golden light. Don't just say light, because light could be a light on the street or a light in your house. So we say Christ consciousness or pure white light, but a highest frequency of light that you can hold, the people in the house can hold, and or the home can hold. Okay, so after you clear out all the emotions, all of that negative energy, we could call it, even though I don't really like to use negative and positive, but lower vibration, lower frequency. So after you clear out all the emotions, and you can also ask if there's any of the emotions that are like held in the walls and in the cabinets and in the furniture and affecting the flowers or the trees or the animals or the electronics. You can be specific. It's really good to be specific. I also ask for the spaces in between to be cleared. Okay, so basically you clear that out, and then you ask if there is anybody else's energy in your house. So people that were visiting, people that were working, or is there anybody else's energy left in this house or property or land or yard or pool or boat or yacht or whatever it is, right? The office, whatever you're clearing. Ask that anybody and everybody else's energy get dissolved and moved out with ease and grace, and that space be filled with light, love, and illumination. All right, great. So then the next thing that we're going to ask for is the chakras and the chakra system in the house to be upgraded, cleaned and cleared, upgraded, and realigned properly. All right, great. And we're also asking that the house and the angels begin to wrap the property in extra protection. Extra protection is ruby red, ruby red, ruby red, ruby red, or cerulean blue, or a combination of both. And it can be wrapped around the home, property, and environment, and even the electronics, and even the plants, and the trees, and the animals, and even you, the human beings that live in the property, or visit the property, or own the property, or whatever. So everything's being wrapped in extra protection. And then we're going to ask that all ghosts that are attached to the property, in the property, on the property, affecting the property, coming and going on the property, that they be collected, that they receive the healing that they need, and that they be moved to the proper places where they can receive healing. So I'm going to ask that they be moved into the proper containers, and I use key codes 1, 2, 3. So I'm asking Spirit that you move out all of the earthbound spirits, again, that are attached to the property, in the property, on the property, coming and going on the property, that are affecting the property, that are affecting the people or the animals or anything in the property, that they get moved into the proper containers. Use key codes 1, 2, 3. This is a system that I use in my healing work. So it's clearing karma and karmic agreements. Sometimes we have karma, well, we have karma really with everyone and everything. So it's really important to move that out, move the contractual agreements that we potentially have together. And we're also asking for them to have a healing and go to the places that they can actually receive a healing. All right, cool. So all ghosts, thank you for moving them out. Thank you for helping them. Then I'm going to, if I said ghosts or said earthbound spirits, I might switching these up, but we're going to say both. So earthbound spirits, we need to move them out. So asking Spirit to move the earthbound spirits out. And then we're also then going to ask for any ghosts that are in the property, affecting the property, attached to the property, with the property, hiding the spaces in between in the property, also be moved into the proper containers, and use key codes 1, 2, 3 for their healing. And please provide a healing for them as well. And the property, again, keep filling it with the light and the love and the illumination that it needs. Create some designs as well. Okay, now we're going to ask that the negative influences in the property be 100% completely removed into the proper places, or dissolve, whatever Spirit sees fit for all negative influences affecting the land, the property. Please be moved out. Then another frequency or an energy is called 7 kinds. It's a very big, dense energy. It's not necessarily bad, but we're going to ask Spirit to please heal the 7 kinds in this property. And again, fill that space with light and love and illumination, and keep upgrading the energy in the home. Keep filling it with bliss and grace and fun and rapture and joy. Now we're going to ask that if there are any chakra cording or emotional cording or vibrational cording or energetic connections to the home, to the boat, to the property, to the land, to wherever it is, your office, you're clearing, we're asking the Divine Great Archangel Michael to please dissolve and heal all of this cording, dissolve it, heal it, and fill everybody with the light and the love and illumination that they need. And is it just going to feel lighter and more happy? So now that's a basic clearing, which is actually a lot. So ask again that everything be filled with your energy, everything be filled with light, every nook, every cranny. Just feel your energy in your place, and just fill it with light, and fill it with love, and fill it with joy and harmony. And like, what is your intention? My intention is to have this home be like whatever it is for you, happy and vibrant and fun, and people get along here. We make money here. We're creative here. We sleep really well. Our health and our vitality is wonderful. So just inject all the good that you want in your property. So again, this is a basic healing. If you would like a deeper clearing, again, I have some programs that you can purchase. And I would recommend listening to this video like every single day. You can leave it on low in the background. You can be doing something else. You can do it while you're sleeping. But listen to it often. And I'd love to hear how you feel and how it changes things in your home. Also inject, I just saw money and money key codes and wealth key codes and gold in the house and money trees in the house. So houses, just like us, are filled with light and light frequencies. So I hope you love this. Please look at the other videos and see if there's anything that appeals to you. If you would like a greater healing, because there is much more, but this is incredible. And I hope this helps you. Love to hear from you. Wishing you so much light, love, success, health and vitality, happiness. Thank you so much. Namaste.